In this very golf bag, I have what is world number one, Rory McIlroy's favourite golf club so far of 2023. And this may come as a huge shock to you all, but it's not the TaylorMade Stealth 2 driver. Guys, we all know Rory McIlroy is contracted to TaylorMade. He is one of their marquee players. He is obviously one of the biggest names in golf. But the Dubai Desert Classic last week, where he won the first event of the season for his first time ever, which is quite a big deal. He did not put the TaylorMade Stealth 2 driver in the bag. He opted to use last year's TaylorMade Stealth driver. Obviously, you would say that that was a good decision because he went on and won. But huge thanks to this club, Rory had this in the bag. This is the brand new TaylorMade Stealth 2 Plus Titanium 3 wood. And I'm going to talk today about exactly why this is his favourite club, why he put it in the bag so early on. I'm also going to talk you through the tech, through the specs, through the numbers that I get here on the range. And we're also going to play a few holes at the wonderful and wintry Waterfront Golf Club. I've still got this in the wrapper actually. I've been so excited to test this. Why haven't we got a red face yet in the Fairway Woods? Half me expected that this year, but there was quite a lot made online of McIlroy not using the brand new TaylorMade Stealth 2 or Stealth 2 Plus driver. No one really kind of made a big deal of this. I think this club looks absolutely gorgeous. It is jam-packed full of technology, jam-packed full of adjustments, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Right, let's hit a couple off this first tee and see what all the fuss is about. I can't believe he didn't hit this on the 18th in the final round. He hit driver. I mean, that sounded like nothing I've ever hit before. That was off the deck, that is the first swing of the day, and that was absolutely perfect. Oh. Now, as mentioned, Rory opted not to use the driver, and a lot of people kind of thought that was weird, but Rory never really goes into the new product too soon. That was a nice high bomb. Can we play a low one here? Yes, exactly same line. A little bit lower, sounded fantastic. And for me, one of the big factors which I think McIlroy has looked at when putting this in the bag is the versatility, is the adjustments. He's been able to fine tweak this club to every little morsel of what he wants. So we have that big 50-gram movable weight at the back, which can determine spin rate, launch angle and all the rest. And we have a 2-degree loft sleeve adjustment, so you can go 2 down or 2 up. So basically with his club head speed, that could go a very, very long way. And yes, both those shots were a tiny bit left off the tee, but with a high shot and a low shot, check out that dispersion, and also check out that front to back dispersion. They've gone exactly the same distance, and from the back tee in winter on a pretty soft golf course, I've got less than 150 yards in. Yes, please. And you see, it shouldn't be such a huge shock with McIlroy not using the new driver yet. I know a lot of people on social media have really jumped at the chance of going, why isn't he using it? Is it rubbish? Is it a rubbish driver? But realistically, Rory's never been one to jump at new technology, has he? Which makes me think the fact that he's put this 3-wood in so early means it could be. And fairway woods and 3-woods are a funny thing when it comes to tour players, because amateur golfers, club golfers always just want to kind of have the longest 3-wood. They want to be able to knock 3-wood almost as far as the driver for some strange reason, whereas tour pros want consistency. Tour pros want to be able to pick a shot, pick a flight window and have a club they can rely on, which again brings me back to this 50-gram movable weight and the 2-degree changeable loft sleeve, which once it's set correctly probably will never be moved. Again, something which a lot of club golfers don't quite comprehend. It's not for tweaking it, it's for fitting it to be perfect. A birdie on the first would be nice, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this 3-wood. Stay. Ah! And you see, I also find it quite interesting that when brands bring out new fairway woods, when they bring out new drivers, when they bring out a whole range of new metal woods, everyone flocks straight to the driver. Everyone says, what club is going to get me the most distance? And maybe I'm a little bit strange, but get in the comments below, guys, do you get just as excited as seeing a new 3-wood as you do a new driver? Because often the driver has all the name up in lights, the driver has the big stories, the big technology movements, or the big marketing stories as we know. But the fairway woods are just kind of like the little brother. They're just kind of shoved in on the side and go, oh, by the way, there's a fairway wood with a new name on it. And I love a good looking 3-wood. I love a 3-wood that has to be the right size, it has to be the right shape. It can't just be a massive looking horrible garish 3-wood. And enter this thing. So this has got a multi-material design. So we've got a carbon top, we've got this 50-gram movable weight on the bottom, we've got the speed pocket for more ball speed on low hits. I mean, realistically, it's sort of got everything you would want from a 3-wood. It's not too big a head, it's not too small a head. I could knock this loft down. I've got this in 15 degree. Obviously, I could knock that to 13. I could knock it to 17, which a lot of people wouldn't do. But what's it like for movement off the tee? We're going to play a draw first, then a fade, hopefully. Can we move this round? Lovely big high draw. That's moving a lot, actually. That's going to be left-hand rough. Can we play a fade? Ball's just in the side pocket there. Now that's one thing that I noticed when I was on the driving range testing this club for numbers, which I'm going to come to in just a few moments time. It does set off high straight off the bat, pardon the pun, if you're just trying to hit a normal shot, or it does for me anyway. That's not a bad thing for most golfers. Most golfers want to see that ball up in the air. Can we play a fade? This definitely isn't a hole for a fade because we've got OB left, and if it stays there or we double cross it, she's a goner. But fade. Oh yeah. And again, that's come out high. That's a high fade. Do I mind that? Probably not, because I've not changed any of the adjustments here. This is in standard settings. It's in standard loft. That was a tiny bit high out the face as well, but it's centered. Guys, I'm going to replay all these strikes so far. And one thing's for sure, Rory must enjoy audio feedback, because this sounds incredible. And then in my opinion, I think TaylorMade have been smashing the Fairway Woods market for a very, very long time. The old M1 was probably the best looking fairway wood I've ever seen. Do you remember it? The white and the black and the lime green on there. That was just a beauty to behold, to be honest. And I'm sort of using Rory as a little bit of a marker here, because coming out first event of the season, being world #1, winning, beating Patrick Reed, when you know if you don't make that birdie, then you're going to be in kind of a playoff with someone you really don't want to be in a playoff with after Teagate, Subpoena Gate and all the rest. Is this club something which he knew he could put in his bag to rely on? And if that's the case, are we a little bit worried he didn't do that with the Stealth 2 Plus driver? I'm going to put my hat in the ring and say that will be in his bag by the end of this month, by the end of February. Comment below and let me know what you think. And yes, part of that might be that in his contract he has to play the latest driver. I'm sure that probably is in there at some point. But to come out and win with the first event of the year with the old driver properly puts the cat amongst the pigeons with that logic. But TaylorMade aren't that happy with that. Now, another point that I think with this brand new TaylorMade Stealth 2 lineup is that Rory's never going to change everything in his bag at once. He wants something he can rely on. So at this point, has he kind of ditched the Stealth 2 driver because he likes the Stealth 2 Plus 3-wood that much? Just think about it. If he changes both, he's not got anything that he can rely on, he's not got anything that he's really had a lot of game time with. So he puts the 3-wood in first, actually decides he really likes it, has an okay week with the driver, well, okay week, he wins, then he goes and puts the driver in next week, and then he can think, right, I've had game time with the 3-wood, I can rely on that. If I don't start hitting the driver that well because the components are a little bit different, everyone's a winner. Conspiracy theory, but could I be right? I mean, it's not often I'm right, but it's just a thought, who knows. And here we have the fade shot, which is nicely in the middle of the fairway. It was a bit high off the face, we are into the wind, it's a little bit further back. The draw shot's got incredibly lucky because it's found, can we see that? Oh no, it's this one, there. It's found that little kind of gap, which means we haven't lost either of them. Let's play a couple more shots, let's see just how consistent this club can be out here in the elements. Then let's jump on the range, let's see how it does test for numbers. This club excites me more than most of the drivers this year. So I've been harping on about consistency in this video since the start of it. Let's hit 3 shots off this last tee. Let's see just how consistent they can be. Front to back dispersion. I'm aware there's going to be a little bit of kind of side to side because I'm not a robot. Anyway, the line is just over the right hand side here, so just over this kind of tree line that you can see. Guys, interestingly as well, none of TaylorMade's marketing publicity around Rory McIlroy has had him with a driver in as well, which I find quite interesting. Obviously, it is still a Stealth product. There will still be TaylorMade Stealths on the rack if people want to buy them, but obviously TaylorMade are going to put all their eggs in the basket of the new Stealth 2 because they want people to think that obviously the benefits are there if you do go and buy the new one. And yes, I think we do need to address the elephant in the room. These things aren't cheap. They're going to run you over kind of £350, which is a lot for a 3-wood. Is it worth this flight? I mean, that is frozen rope. That was a bit bottomy, and that's where you're hoping that through slot speed pocket is helping you maintain the ball speed. It's bang straight, so hopefully that has helped. I'll be really interested to see, if I get a good one away now, the difference in those shots. Come on, Rory swing. Pretty much the same actually. That's obviously cutting, but they're going to be incredibly similar. Third and final one, come on. Let's get this. Funnily enough, off the tee, I'm hitting it a bit lower. They've all come, I'll love to show you an honest location of the strike. They've all come bottomy there. Is it because it's teed up I'm not maybe attacking it like I was off the deck? Even on those first tee shots, they were off the floor, remember? Come on. Oh yeah. That's better. That's again just cutting around the corner. I quite like that. It's going to be 3 balls in the fairway. Guys, let's go and see where they are, then let's jump on the range. Let's test this club for numbers and see just why it's Rory McIlroy's favourite club of the year, I think. So guys, I hit a bunch of shots on the driving range, and as you can see, average 246 carry, very, very consistent, 251, 244, 244, 246. They were the latter ones, 262 total, ball speed of 152, height 118, launching at 13.9. For me, what I would come to expect with this golf club, as I said, I don't think people are thinking how far can I hit this club, they are thinking how consistent can it be. Looking at those few shots that I've hit here, very, very consistent. Guys, comment below, would you like to see me do a video putting this to the test, changing the weights, changing the loft, changing everything that you can change on this? This could be the most versatile golf club in the world, and that might be why it is Rory McIlroy's favourite club of 2023. Guys, thanks for watching. See you all at exactly the same time tomorrow. Bye.